I'm kind of new to magic, as I'm only 20. And of course, magic has been around for hundreds of years. And from what I can tell, it's going to be pretty hard to fool you guys, because how could I possibly know everything that you know? But what I do know is how to shop online. So I went and bought a trick that all the reviews said was a trick that will fool Penn and Teller. 5 stars, guaranteed. And so I knew this was the right trick to fool you guys because it has an actual book in it. I know, so last century. Now, I'm gonna let you check through to make sure that this is a perfectly ordinary book and that there's nothing gimmicked in any way. And whilst you do that, I'm gonna need something to scribble on. Also, very last century. But it'll do. Now, can we agree that this is a perfectly ordinary book?
Teller thinks so, that's good enough for me.
Okay, fab. So, for the next part of the trick, we're gonna need to generate a random page number. So, the trick comes with 500 numbered flying tiles, 1 for each page in the book. We might need some more help. Brooke?
Sure.
Could you help us out?
I'd love to help. What can I do?
So, as you can see, there are all different numbers here.
Yes.
251, 28, 19, 7, 223, all different. I'm not gonna ask you to pick one out, as that wouldn't be random.
Okay.
So instead, please could you use this net
Okay.
to swipe them out of midair.
Sure.
Okay, we might need some more help. Stagehands, can I get some help, please? Thank you. I feel like we might need one other thing.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
now I think we're ready.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, come here. Just catch them.
Okay.
Okay, ready? Make it rain! Oh, fall is dead.
Okay. All right. How'd we do?
That is a great job. I'm glad that you did this and not me. So, please reach in and pick out anyone you like.
Okay. How's that? Should I show
Perfect.
everyone?
Yeah, please.
Okay.
What number did you pick, Brooke?
35.
Penn, Teller, please could you turn to page 35 and read the first line of the first paragraph, silently.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, Brooke.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now, I have no idea what that line says. Have you read it?
I have.
Okay, perfect. Please could you focus and concentrate on what the line says so that I can read your mind and see what's written down. Okay. Okay, keep concentrating. I think I've got it. Okay, just a few little details. Perfect. Okay. Now, Penn, for the first time, please could you read that line out loud?
The door banged in the wind as my son Edward lurched into the hall.
Okay. Now, before I show you what I've scribbled down on the whiteboard, let's take some time to review how we got here. First, I gave you a perfectly ordinary book that you checked and there was nothing gimmicked. Next, we generated a random page number so that you landed on a random page and a random line that no one could have forced, predicted, or secretly printed. And when you read out that line, you mentioned a door, yes?
Yes?
Well, would you believe it? Because I read your mind and I drew that door.
What's the most fun thing about magic for you?
It makes you feel like you could potentially do anything you want to in life if you put your mind to it.
What type of magic are you looking forward to experimenting with?
I think mentalism is really cool. Tricking people, making people believe, and seeing that you can read their minds is incredible.
And what do you do in your everyday life when you're not performing magic?
I love mountain walking, I do a lot of. Since I'm from England, there isn't that many big mountains, but in the Lake District, there are some nice hills, and you can always have a jam sandwich at the top with tea, which is really nice.
Sounds pretty amazing. All right, Keona, I can't read Penn's mind, so I think we're gonna have to ask them if they've figured out your trick. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's do this, boys.
Hey, Keona, really good. I happen to really like book tests a lot. That's what this is called in the magic lingo. I want to tell people something that's really, really important. This book has a cover on it that says A Perfectly Ordinary Book, which is, of course, completely jive-ass. You would never have a perfectly ordinary book. The reason that's there is not for magic purposes, it's for television purposes, because we can't show the cover. And within here is a book that you could actually buy. And I can't say the name of that book, that I would have defeated the purpose of changing the cover. But this is a real book. And what I can say about it is you worked really hard. You've read this book really carefully, and you chose this book really carefully, even though it's a real book. And we love the way this whole trick works. One of the problems with book tests and mentalism in general is that they're always uninteresting looking. It's just a person talking, a person writing. You got the two ladders there, which is really nice, and you get all the different color papers, which we thought at first was part of the system of running the trick, and then we figured out, no, you really have a lot of numbers up there. You said 500. You have a lot of numbers up there. And you read this book very, very carefully, and one of your problems, probably the only thing that stopped you from, we think, fooling us, is the fact that we published a book with the same qualities. And we have done a book test very similar to this. So I think because of that, you did not fool us. Did I sneak enough stuff in there that you got an idea, Keona?
Yeah.
Did all of that magical lingo make sense to you? Because it sure didn't make sense to any of us.
Yeah. Thank you so much, everybody.
Keona, everyone, thank you so much.
I'm Keona and I live in London. I've been around magical illusions my whole life because my mum is a vicar in England. During services, my mum used to use flash paper. We write down all the things that we've done wrong and then poof, they're all gone. When I was younger, I really struggled with ADHD and it made it really difficult to focus. The bad thing was, it wasn't very good for my grades. But the good part is it makes me incessantly curious. I crave new experiences and adventure, just like this. So I've channeled it. I can sing, I can juggle, and I found magic, and it's given me a new focus in life. Penn, Teller, I can do a lot of things, but can I fool you? Let's find out.